the air. TB Sports 27, and you're looking at it. That's right. The PS2, PlayStation 2 is hooked up with a little PS2 to HD converter. We're streaming through the OBS, and we are ready to go because it is back. The Arena Football League is back. We've been hyping it up for a couple months here on the channel, and we're ready to dive into it now. It's real life. We have the Indoor Football League, the IFL. It's keeping our arena football dreams alive, so it is arena football season. I've been following the Iowa Barnstormers since my local Tampa Bay Storm team no longer exists, and actually Iowa's got a game later tonight that I'm hoping to catch after Monday Night Raw, but we are going to bring back the Arena Football League. We're going to do a fantasy draft, and we are going to head into it. And there you see it loading up. This is the actual PS2. Man, we got color bars and everything. But we are ready to... Hopefully it'll load here. What's it thinking about? There we go. Yes. There we go. And the reason we're playing on the PS2, so I have my 360, which can play the original Arena football game. But the second game that they made, the Road to Glory, which allows you to play with the New Orleans Voodoo and the Kansas City Brigade in season mode, never came to Xbox. It only came to PlayStation. So I literally bought this PlayStation 2 off of eBay. I've never played any other PS2 game, maybe at like a friend's house, but I never had the PS2 growing up. I went from PlayStation 1 to Xbox 360, and then back to PlayStation 4. So I never had a PS2, and I bought this one for real cheap, bought a memory card, and this is the only game I own for PS2. So if there's any other PS2 games you can recommend that you think would be fun for the channel, head on over to, you know where I'm going to tell you to go, to Patreon. TV Sports 27 on Patreon. Let us know. You can become a super fan, a mega fan, and if there's any PS2 games that you want us to play, well, here you go. We also have a lot of classic sports games. Thought about as like a fun thing, because I told you for my basketball fandom, it kind of cut off after the original Phoenix Suns in the mid-2000s had their run. Maybe that's something we do. We can go play some of the older games. I have 2K5. I have old basketball, baseball. Maybe we can do a couple franchise games with some of the older rosters. You guys let me know if that's something you all want to see. But anyway, TV Sports 27 on YouTube, on Patreon, on Twitter. Now, I don't know if, does this game have licensed music? Maybe, let me hit mute really quick, just in case I don't get a copyright strike on YouTube. Let's go into the extras here, or, because usually EA has their Infinity for real-life music soundtracks. Oh, yeah, we got to turn all this off. Off. This is Copyright City right here. They put all this stuff in the game, man. All this music they throw in the game, and you can't. It is yes. PA, player volume, crowd volume, music. I don't think they play actual music within the game, so we'll see. That should be okay. But yeah, man, it's Copyright City. Now I can unmute it. It's same thing like with 2K20, man. They put all that Rey Mysterio footage in there, and that's Copyright City, so I don't get it. Camera AFL, player names. I'm playing with a janky controller, too, which doesn't help. I want both. Action replay on, name, and position. How about just name? Now, it's going to be interesting, too. I don't know if I'm going to have to do all these settings again once we get into the old memory card. I had to buy a memory card just for this thing. We're going to do the fantasy draft. We're going to play at least week 1, depending on how quick the games are. Maybe we do a second one. It's also dependent on how active the chat is. If you guys are really into it, we might bust out a second game. If it's kind of quiet, getting off our footing here, we might only do the one today. So, I guess we'll wait till we get into season mode, because I kind of like to tweak a little bit of the sliders. I was trying to create, like, a fun storyline, too. Who brought back the Arena Football League? Maybe Vince McMahon? I don't know, is that too easy since he sold the Rock, the XFL? Maybe Vince brought back Arena Football. Maybe Gene Simmons And Paul Stanley, I already have them owning an RXFL team, but maybe they decide to buy in and bring back the Arena Football League. I don't know. You guys help me come up with a story. But we are going to jump into it. We are going to jump into season mode. And we can do AF2 or we could do AFL. I've done a couple of these already. Of course, everyone remembers my Georgia Force series. That was one that everyone liked from our original YouTube page. Look at this. We played a couple different variations here. So we can do an AF2 if you guys want to see that. But we did our Georgia Force for a season and a half, and you guys seem to really be into it. Back in the day, that was one of our higher viewed YouTube videos, and those are going to be coming to Patreon again very shortly as we're re-uploading all that stuff on to Patreon. So we're going to jump into a season, and we're going to randomly pick a team. Fantasy Draft will be on. So maybe it'll be the Force again. I don't know. But now we're going to go to select the team, and I'm literally going to hold the button down. I'm going to turn my head away from the screen. I'm going to count down from 3. And wherever we let go of the controller, whatever it lands on, I don't know if it's the Force again. Do we do them for a second year? Maybe they want to bring us back since we had that run with them. But I'm going to count down from 3, and I'm going to let go of the controller. And the team I land on is the team we're going to be. So coming to our team in 3, 2, 1. It's the Kansas City Brigade. There we go. Okay. So we're going to control Kansas City. I don't know. Can we edit the coach or we just got to be? I guess we can be like an owner here, but fantasy draft style. So we'll see. Now, I obviously going into week 1 without having the chance to really look at the rosters, I won't be able to do my normal play-by-play and commentary that y'all know and love, but we're going to kind of fumble our way through. But after that, I'll be able to get the rosters in. So, man, we lost what number? We are pick number 15. So man, oh man. Drafted. They're not showing us who all was drafted. I would like to know. But obviously we want a quarterback right at the bat. So we got Tony Graziani. He's solid. He's a 90. He's a little older though. We got Bishop. I'm trying to remember some of these names. I know he's a bit of a scrambler. Matt Durazio. He won the Arena Bowl with Chicago. Thinking out the Chicago Rush. Raymond Filia. We have Khalil. He was with the Tampa Bay Storm for a while. We have Aaron Kelly. He was with the New Orleans Voodoo. There's no time limit on this either. Cedric Bonner. He's a legend, but he's obviously a little older there. John Fitzgerald. So now we're getting kind of, obviously. So a lot of the good players must have, they went already. Like you think of something, John Dutton. Looks like he's already gone. 15 picks. Boy, we kind of got burned on that. But we can get a good receiver, hopefully. But it looks like Dutton is already gone. Garcia is already gone. Matt Stafford. So, he's older. He's 33. Do we take a younger and cheaper quarterback who's only 1 rating more to go for Bishop or even Durazio? And Durazio is a little older. Actually, they're the same age. He's a little more expensive. So, I think... Oh, man. I know Graziani's the famous one. He's the one that people say kind of bankrupt Arena Football. He had his big contract with the Philadelphia Soul. I don't know. I think we go for youth and for a little cheaper. Now, Bishop is a scrambler. Or we can go with Durazio. I say we go cheaper and better. We go for an 89 that's a 30 overall. I think we go for... Now, Bishop was with the Rampage, right? I'm trying to even remember his first. Marcus Bishop? Rampage Bishop AFL. And Michael Bishop, yeah, he's with the Grand Rapids Rampage. He's set a bunch of records for scrambles and whatnot. I'm looking at his Wikipedia here. Yeah, boy, he plays a lot of teams. The Packers, the Patriots, the Galaxy, Argonauts, Rampage, the Crush. He was with the Brigade in 07. But yeah, he set a lot of records in Arena Football with his scrambling ability. They called him the Michael Vick of the AFL. Let's see. I'm going to read Grand Rapids Rampage started in 15 games for the Rampage. He set a record for most rushing yards in a single game against the Crush by rushing for 100 yards in an AFL game. He has the AFL record for most rushing yards of the season, 459. Signed with the Chicago Rush. He was relegated to backup behind Matt Durazio. And Matt Durazio and the Rush went on to win the arena. So you got, I mean, Graziani with the Soul. You got Arena Bowl winners, but we got, do we get cheap? Um, Man, what do you guys think? I'm leaning towards the Michael Vick now. It is very hard to run and scramble in this game, so whether we can actually run with him, that's gonna be a different story. But you know what? We're gonna take a shot at him. Maybe he's due. So here we go. Okay, so now we see Mark Grebe, who won many an Arena Bowl with the SaberCats. He's going to Vegas. Then we have Clint Dawsell, the longtime Dallas Desperado. He's actually the coach, I believe, of the Frisco Fighters now in the IFL. He's going to Chicago. Tampa Bay going for defense. They went for Eddie Moulton and Cleveland Thomas going to the Colorado Crush. Lawrence Samuels, longtime legend of the Tampa Bay Storm, going to Utah. Arizona Rattlers picking up John Dutton. There goes Aaron Garcia to the New Orleans Voodoo. Joe Hamilton to Columbus. Kenny McIntyre and defense going to San Jose. So interesting. Some guys went for defense. Shane Stafford, who growing up a Tampa Bay Storm fan, always liked him. He's going to Austin. Damian Harrell, man, he was the 1-2 punch in Colorado. He's going to New York. Kevin Ingram going to Grand Rapids. Matt Nagy, who was our quarterback with the Georgia Force when we played that, he's going to Philadelphia. The recently fired Matt Nagy. Rashad Floyd to Nashville, and there we took Michael Bishop. And none of the, it looks like none of the other quarterbacks went off the table there. So there you go. And we'll get an early pick here. So into the next round. And we obviously want to look at receivers here. Derek Lee is who we had in Georgia, and he was very, very good. Ooh, Bobby Scipio is also very good. He's not as highly ranked. We also have T.T. Tolliver, who is an arena football legend. I think we're going to go for Derek Lee. He's more highly ranked right now. But if it comes back around, I think we hit our receivers pretty early here. Now, no, we're not going to go through all. We might go through all 20 rounds. I don't know. Let's see. Did anybody else come off the table? Marcus Nash was another good one that we picked up on the Georgia Force. There you see Grand Rapids grabbing Graziani and Dura. Oh, they're going to be good. New York, man, getting some big name players. Kevin Swain, he's with the XFL for a while. Bobby Scipio went. Maybe we can grab Tolliver. Let's see. Is TT Tolliver still out there? Diallo Burks, who was with the XFL. No, Tolliver got nabbed. So, let's take Diallo Burks. Why not? He was with the XFL. You cannot. You must. Oh, we can't go for. Oh my. That's a ripoff. So we got to go elsewhere. Ugh. Nose guard, tight end. We can grab a tight end, right end, right? These guys are a little older though. That's the only problem. How long are they gonna stick around? Let's see. Let's go for best available here. We got kickers that are all on the table here. We got a center nose guard. Man, that really sucks. I wanted to grab another wide receiver. Guard and left end. Maybe we go for defense. Let's see. Maybe we grab Moulton here. Let's see. They'll let us. Oh my God, they don't let us take any double receiver. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I guess our next available tight end, right end, right? I mean, he's 35, so that's the only problem. Do we take all that on a 35-year-old? It's probably not going to be long. We'll go 31. So there you go. And here's our third round. And TT Tolliver went to San Jose. I don't like that. And there goes Diallo Burks. So, maybe we start thinking about field goal kickers at some point. Best available. Can we go back to wide receivers now, or are we still stuck? Going for our other positions. Fullback, linebacker. Okay. Let's see how they let us play this now. You're kind of. So how are they able to draft? I guess. See, I don't like this. Now we're getting screwed on our on our receivers here that I wanted. No Jay James. He's cheap. So we gotta. Oh man, they really make us spread it out here. I don't even know. I guess defense, right? Boom. Okay. So let's take our kicker. I mean, Martinez, right? Is it worth taking a kicker that early? Or is it too early for a kicker for arena football? Maybe it's too early for a kicker. Let's keep going. No one wants to take. He's a 97 man, DeMary, but he's up there in age, so people are just avoiding him left and right. Center nose guard. Yeah, why not? We'll grab it. And 35-year-olds gotta avoid all that. Fullback, linebacker, center nose guard. Are we able to draft? Cedric Bonner's still out there, man. He's a legend, but yeah, 38. Yeah, he is up there. Can we draft our next wide receiver now, or are we still gonna be held out? Ugh, that's brutal. So what position have we not drafted yet? Kicker. So they won't even let us do that, huh? Oh, now they will. Before they weren't letting us do that. I hope we didn't get screwed. I'm gonna go down here to Hawkins. It's a little more expensive. Well, I don't know. Let's go to Peterson. He's younger. He's cheaper. He's just as good as Hawkins. There you go. Hopefully it's not Nate Peterson. Who'd we get? It is Nate Peterson, but not the NFL player. I would venture to guess there. We don't have a left end. Here we go on defense. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Now can we get our next receiver? I'm gonna nab my kicker. Well, let's see if we can get our another wide receiver, if they let us or if they hold us out. Because I would like to get my number 2 here, or I guess our number 3. They won't let us do it. They won't let us do it. Okay. So, all right, let's get our guard left end here. We gotta, I mean, this is good. Now I wonder if they will let us get our receiver, because we've drafted at least at every position here. And they will not. So what, kicker is the only one we haven't drafted. That's it. I don't remember that being a thing before. That's interesting. I don't remember them holding us to that. And is it so we have to draft a kicker here? Okay. Well, there's still a lot of good kickers on the table. And there's Martinez is still there, so yeah, let's take him. Now, yeah, we start seeing a lot of kickers go. Okay. So now, again, now can we draft our other wide receiver? And are there still good ones left? What the heck? This is so weird. You must fill your roster. Well, who? We don't have a... We already got one of those. Yeah, so they're forcing us to draft a deep safety here. Okay, well, I mean, there's an 81 on the table. 21 years old. We'll take him. Now, we get our wide receiver. Yes, look at that. Okay. Gibson is solid. Young. We're drafting a nice young team here in Kansas City. We can draft another. Do we? Let's see. Drafted. We already got 3 receivers, so I don't think we need to burn a pick on a 4th yet. Drafted. I feel like this roster, I mean, everything's in the 70s and Everything's high up there, man. 33 years old. 30, 28. I feel like everything is on the up and up. Okay, people are starting to draft backup quarterbacks now. So maybe we look at that because quarterbacks do get knocked out. Scott Dreisbach, he was my backup for, wasn't he on the Georgia Force, our backup? Man, some of these names are going deep down. No draft classes here, man. This is old school PS2. So, okay, let's go ahead and draft Gaffney. I like the name Blades. I'm taking Blades just on the name alone. All right, we got 15 picks left. We need another center? I don't think so. From remembering how arena football somewhat works. We got 2 quarterbacks. Probably doesn't hurt to get our next, get another wide receiver, DB here. I mean, let's go young again, right? Boom. Maybe after that I'll let's just let the computer draft the rest. Let them nab. Because, trying to remember how some of the rosters work. Well, that's okay, great. Let's look at our roster. You can see where we are. So here we go. Kansas City Brigade led by Michael Bishop. They call him the Michael Vick of arena football, and Lorenzo Blades is a rookie backup. Pretty good. Then we have Brent Anderson, and we have Isaac West, where your outside safeties. Boy, we got a lot of rookies on the team. Didn't realize that. And the game went all in with deep safeties here. John Stevens, Warren Marshall, Boss Williams, and Greg Williams here. Then we have guard tight end. We have Chris Watton and Danny Jordan. I didn't realize how many rookies we got. Here's our veteran, B.J. Cohen. He's our offensive vet on the team. Look at that. And then we have Frank Moore, also a vet. Center nose guard, along with Fred Ray. We have Chris Avery. Be fullback linebacker. Coming at a solid 91. Wide receiver, man, Derek Lee. I loved using him in the Georgia Force. He's coming in with 2 years experience. Good on him. And then we have Wayne Gibson, who's a rookie, but a highly rated rookie at that. Then we have Nate Peterson, also a rookie. And Darian Castle. So it's going to be Nate Peterson, Derek Lee doing the bulk of the work. Carlos Martinez on to kick. And that is your Kansas City Brigade. So we shall see how this goes. So let's save it up here. And then we'll mess around with some of the sliders. This is the old memory card, right? Come on, tell me this doesn't take you back. So we'll do a new one, and we'll oh god, okay, we'll name this KC Brigade. Oh, not enough characters. Okay, well, good enough. This team would later go on to become the Kansas City Command. The Kansas City Command. But here, still the Brigade. And in the arena football game, on the Xbox, they were Kansas City KC, quote unquote, because the name hadn't come out by the time the game came out. So there you go. Okay, let's gameplay. So 5 minutes all pro. That's great. Which is right on. I'm so used to hitting circle, but it's X on this game. Yep, that's all good to go. Penalties, we'll keep them on. Sometimes I like to play around with some of the different penalties. AI, this is where, okay, you can see I have some of it boosted already. Okay, so we're going to keep some of our, so this is the sliders I use. I have basically fullback and run blocking up, because the running game is terrible in this game. In fact, I might even just bump it up even more. Like, it's almost impossible to run in this game. and you can see where I have it for computer, like boosted all the way up. For defense, I have all the stats pretty low to allow for more offense, and special teams is pretty even on. So other than us boosting that one layout, we are good to go. So let's jump into it, game one. And we'll see who we take on. We will be in the Central Division here, I believe. The American Central. I didn't like when they added it. As growing up, I kind of liked arena football. Used to always be, it was just the best teams to go to the playoffs. And so you would have a lot of like rivalries in the Arena Bowl. Like Tampa Bay and Orlando played in numerous Arena Bowls. Arizona and San Jose played in numerous Arena Bowls. Like those state located championship games were always fun. But then they made the conference, and they kind of made it like the NFL. And that kind of eliminated all of that, because then you're getting Arizona and San Jose in the Western Finals all the time. And then we started getting some lopsided Arena Bowls because of that. Like the Cleveland Arizona one was a blowout, and the Columbus San Jose Arena Bowl was a blowout. And it's like, and we had the really good championship game, the national championship between Tampa Bay and Orlando, that came down to a field goal. But then Tampa Bay went on and they got blown out by Philly, and it was blah 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 blah. But that's how it is in the game, and we cannot change that. So let's see. How do we look at, I guess, play week, right? So play week and standings. So we are in the American Central. So we are in the Central with Colorado, Nashville, Grand Rapids, and Chicago. So I guess, yeah, right in the middle there. So we'll play those teams twice a year. The American West, LA, Utah, Las Vegas, San Jose, and Arizona. In the East, Dallas, Columbus, New York, and Philly. And in the South, Georgia, Orlando, Tampa, New Orleans, and Austin. So there we are. We have a hefty league, a healthy league, and arena football is back. So let's jump into it. We got week one, and we are traveling to Nashville to take on the Nashville Cats. So here we go. It's going to be a lot of powder blues in this game. Arena football is back. Let's do it. Maybe I'll let you guys, I don't think this would be a copyright this music, but I'll let you guys listen. Here we are, the silver and powder blue of the Brigade. And the Nashville. One thing I liked about arena football, you see some of the WNBA teams do this. They kind of mimic their parent team. So Nashville, the Cats, the second coming of the Cats, the original Nashville Cats, I believe were standalone. But the second time the Cats came back, when I want to say they took over. It was, well, the Cats moved and became the Georgia Force, and they got brought back later. They are owned by the same owner that owned the Tennessee Titans. If you look at the hats of the Nashville Cats, it's the same helmet as the Titans, same face mask color, same stripe design. I love that. All right, so here we go. We are kicking off first. You can already see my controller going haywire, but it's an old PS2 controller. So what can you do? Martinez boots it away, and arena football officially back in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's get this underway. Nashville and Tennessee. I got to be the jack linebacker here. You got to stay inside the box. Oh, we already went outside. I think that's going to be a penalty. I didn't mean to, but it's complete. That is a Dutton, right? I didn't get a look on it yet. We got the illegal blitz. Didn't mean to go outside the box, but I'm getting my grip on the old PS2 controller again. It's arena football, though, so you're going to see a whole lot of scoring. in this one. This powder blue game. It is... I can't even see it. It's Murray, who is your quarterback for Nashville. And that's a hit by Avery. Let's take a look at the roster again. I'll have the rosters after this. I usually write them down so I can call them out, but since we're jumping right into this, I obviously don't have the rosters in front of me. So depth chart for the Cats, it's Leon Murray. So he is your starting quarterback. And you got Tony Locke, Rashad Floyd, Dave Ware, Ernest Allen, Eric Goslin, Frank Carter, James Rowe, Anthony Hines, and Clay Rush. So there you go.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
2nd down and 10 for the Cats. Arena Football's big return. The original teams coming back here. And there you go, Carter on the give. And he gets sandwiched. That's like I told you, running is hard to come by in this game. Very difficult. But I don't know if I'm going to try to turn this down. I can't tell if the announcer's too loud on the stream. But we'll see. So 3rd down. Here comes Avery and get the hit. So after the big yardage picked up by the Cats, their next 3 goes for 2 incompletions and a stop. And Rush has to come on to attempt a field goal here. A deep one of about 40 yards right between those skinny posts. And the kick is no good. So how about that? A stop on our opening drive. Those are big in Arena Football. We'll take that all day. Get some points on the board. You hear him getting hyped up. The new Arena Football League. We'll see some extracurriculars out there. So Marcus Bishop. They call him the Michael Vick of Arena Football. He's going to drop back. And Bishop is going to connect with Anderson into the wall. And it's a 1st down for the Brigade. So I typically just go with what the game tells me, unless I really feel like I need to go in there and switch it out. So 1st down, new set of downs, and Bishop's going for it all, and he had an open man, and it got swatted away. Number 3, again, I don't know the names because I didn't write down the rosters because we jumped right into it after the draft, but in the future we will have all the names written down, so we'll be more apt to be calling the action, as it were. But still good. 2nd down here. Bishop has an open Peterson who makes the grab, and Nate Peterson is in the end zone. And the first points for the Kansas City Brigade in the return of Arena Football under new ownership. They're in the end zone. What a big day for Arena Football here. And here comes the extra point. So we get the stop on the opening drive, and then we take our opening drive and get the score. So that's big business right now for our Kansas City Brigade. I love it. Only got 2 of these Arena Football games made by EA. And that was it. They were Dungeon Rings after that. So, and they never, like I said, you can play the original Xbox game on the 360 with backwards compatibility. Look at this return here. Up to the 20. But you can't play PS2 games on the PS4. And Arena Football is never a game you could buy like on any of the PS4 shops. So like I said, I went on eBay. Found me an old used PS2, a beat up PS2, but my God, it works. I bought Arena Football and I bought a memory card. It cost me like 60, 70 bucks to get it all set up, and bought an HDMI converter. So here we are. And there's a quick touchdown for Nashville answering. That's what you get in the AFL in Arena Ball. So the pending extra point here for the Cats. Extra point is good. I think I did play around because sometimes kicking can be kind of easy. I think I played around with trying to move the sliders down a little bit. That's something we can keep doing as we go on with this. Here is the kick. Next possession here for our Brigade, and it is Anderson. Good return by Anderson. He's going to go up and over and into the stands. To our first over-the-wall action here. I don't even really know how to scramble in this one.
First and 10.
Bishop, well, there, oh, well, here we go. And, oh, man, I was trying to scramble and he wasn't going. So Bishop's going to get sacked. Let's see, do we have controls here? Controller layout. Passing, running. R1 is the sprint. Okay. Showboat when near goal line. Is that with a quarterback too? Passing. Oh, toggle scrambles R2. Okay. R2, R1, toggle. Okay, so now I know R2 is to scramble. All right, well, first negative play for the Brigade offense as you look at the numbers. 51 yards for the Cats. 40 yards here for the Brigade. Bishop under pressure again. And he's going to go down. So we're getting quite a bit of defense here in this one. Oh, look at that. Little extra action. We said it. It happens in the AFL, this new AFL. They're going to get chippy out there, absolutely. They want us to run it on third down. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing no running. We got to find a good one. Let's see. How about the yo-yo hook? And if we don't convert here, 3rd and 15. We got to head to a field goal situation here. Michael Bishop back to pass. We're going to roll out, and he's going to throw it kind of, you know, not on his right footing, and it's incomplete. So that was a terrible drive after our good one. So Nashville answers our early stop with a stop of our own, and Martinez is going to attempt, which is essentially a punt here in arena football with a chance to maybe get some points. Let's see. Does he have the leg for it? It's looking good. It is down the middle. It'll fall just short, and you have to bring it out in arena football. So they're going to get stuck to the one. Let's listen to the coach. Talking to Floyd right there. And if you guys love arena football, man, check out the Indoor Football League, the IFL. They stream all their games on YouTube. Gibson coming in. Just barely getting the pass away to Rowe. Picking up about 8 or 9 on that one. Yeah, check out the Indoor Football League. It's on YouTube. You can stream all the games on YouTube. They are picking up where the AFL left off. Glad we still have. I love indoor. I grew up on arena football. They said the Tampa Bay Storm were really popular in this area growing up. So it's kind of crazy that they're not around. Maybe one day Tampa Bay will get an IFL team. But, I mean, people were all in for the Tampa Bay Storm. First down for Nashville. A minute to play here in quarter number 1 of the return of the Arena Football League. Avery is able to jar the ball loose. Look at that, an animation we don't have in Madden 20. Isn't that incredible? Game this old. The quarterback with the arm going forward actually throws an incompletion. What a novel concept. All right, second down and 10 here for the Predators. 7-7, again, low scoring for arena football. Avery coming in and incomplete. Good defense, and you looked at the sliders. We boosted offense and put the defense down. This should be the last play of quarter number 1. We'll see if they're able to get the play off or not. Playoffs? Kidding me? 7 seconds to play. Murray does get the snap away. Incomplete. So another stop, our second stop. If you know anything about arena football, if you're a first-time viewer or not, arena football is all about getting stops. The more stops, the better. Because most possessions in arena football end up in touchdowns. So getting stops is big business. Here we go. Field goal attempt. It is a good. Wow. So they do get points out of it. What a kick by Rush. That was a big business kick. So Nashville goes up 10-7 here.
Nashville is lined up for the kickoff. Anderson back to return.
That one will go outside the nets into the seats. And that's where the brigade here will take it. Let's try a running play. We'll see how well it works. Well, we got the ball at the 20, so they kicked it out. We got a serious touchback. They really put it in the bad position. So there's the handoff to Lee, and there you see the running game in this game is not great. Even with the sliders adjusted, it's nearly impossible. Sometimes in goal line situations, you can maybe get some good runs in, but it's pretty hard to come by. Bishop. He's going to go for, and he was looking for Derek Lee, who has not made his catch yet. He's supposed to be our number one. Boy, quickly now, it's third down here for Kansas City. We're in decent field goal range. Bishop, pressure's on Lee, wide open, completed to Derek Lee. Touchdown, Brigade. And Kansas City back on top here over the Nashville Cats. Now, we're getting close to the 1-minute rules here. And unfortunately, and we can kind of, again, do the storyline. Maybe there's new rules for the arena football comeback. They completely screwed up the 1-minute rules in this game. The 1-minute timing rule is supposed to be the clock stops for incompletions, for out of bounds, and for touchdowns. They don't stop the clock on touchdowns, and they let the clock run for extra points. The clock is not supposed to run for extra points with the 1-minute timing rules. So that makes it really annoying because you have to waste timeouts when teams, oh, that's a really bad kick. You have to waste timeouts. Yep, that's going to put them at the 20. When teams get touchdowns just to stop the clock, which you shouldn't have to do, and then you lose 2 or 3 seconds on extra points. So if it's a tight game and there's like 2 seconds left, then you pretty much lose the game because the time ticks away on the extra point, which is not how the timing rules in arena football are supposed to work. So that's somewhat annoying, and if you did score with the 1-minute timing rules, you can just let the clock tick all the way down, and the computer most of the time won't even call a timeout. So I usually just try to get my kicker out there and kick the extra point just to be fair, just to, since that's the way the rules are in this. But that's how it is. But we can just say with the new owners, that's how they agreed to. The Minnesota Twins signing Chris Archer to a 1-year deal. So there you go, Archer heading back up north. He was in Pittsburgh, came back to Tampa, now heading to Minnesota. And there's a completed pass to Hines. So finally Murray, who both quarterbacks have been struggling a little bit to move the ball with these good defenses here, which gives us hope. And with solid defense. As we're nearing halftime, and normally this is our first quarter kind of score, 14-10. We're near halftime. It's still a tight contest. Pressure coming and another sack. Murray hits the turf here. This is, now it's Bridgestone. I think it was the Gaylord Entertainment Center at the time when this game came around, but this is the arena in Nashville where the Predators play. I've never been to this arena, but I walked past it when I went to Nashville for a New Japan show. We walked past that arena, and I was like, hey, there's where the Cats and the Predators played. Third down and goal for Nashville. This would be a big decision if they don't make it, if they're going to go for it, or if they kick the field goal here. So we'll see. Third down. They are going to hand the ball off, and Carter gets stuffed. So now Nashville will decide, and it looks like the Preds, I was just talking hockey. The Cats, we are going to get back to playing hockey, though. Don't you worry. Hockey is coming back to the channel in short order. They are going to go for it here on fourth down, and Murray, touchdown, wide open, and the Cats get the score. So there you go. 16-14 Nashville. Boom, there you go. And a lot of people that were big arena football fans felt these animations were a little weird. They kind of made it, even though it plays like simulation football, which is awesome, it has a lot of blitz-like elements to it. In arena football, they didn't do that kind of stuff after the play, so it's kind of weird that those animations were in the game, and then they kept them in the game for the second game. There's not a whole lot different in this sequel. It seems kind of like they threw it together. Like, even the gameplay changes aren't that different. Mainly, we got the Brigade and we got the Voodoo as part of this game. And what other changes? They added the AF2 teams. That was about it. Anderson, look at this return by Anderson. It would be cool. I used to play a little bit. Maybe that's something we can bring to the channel too, because they have all the historic teams in here. They have, but they don't have their names, which is kind of lame. So it's just like QB number 12, QB whatever. But I used to do a season where I would play with all the historic teams in addition to these teams, and do like a 100-team league. And we did like a 64-team tournament, like March Madness. It was really fun. I did it for a couple seasons. I played as the Gladiators when I did that. So good position here. Bishop pressured, gets it away to Anderson, who makes the grab and is quickly thrown down to the turf. So looking more likely that, there's not a whole lot of chatter in the chat. Maybe it takes some time to warm up to arena football, but we'll probably just play the one game today. But in future installments, we'll probably maybe do 2 at a time just because the games are rather short. Peterson, touchdown, Brigade. And that should take us to the 1-minute timing rules if we let it run down here.
Oh yeah, how you like me now? Step to the left, step to the right.
Let's see. Yeah, that'll take us. So we'll let this run down here. Unfortunately, the clock ticks away on us, but I think we let it go to the 1-minute rules. I don't know how much time we have till it gets to the 1-minute rules. Maybe at like 15. I don't remember what the play clock was in relation to the 1-minute timing rules. See how close we got. Extra point is good, and we are 4 seconds away. So after the kick, we'll be at the 1-minute timing rules here, which basically means, again, this game screws it up, but it means that incomplete passes, out of bounds will stop the clock. Touchdowns and extra points are also supposed to stop the clock. Oh my God, I really need to get my kicking down. We keep giving up way too good a field position here. But so unfortunately, the timing rules kind of screw that up. You'll often see a bit of strategy in arena football as well. Sometimes you'll see teams go for onside kicks when they score within the 1 minute, allowing the other team to get a free touchdown so they can get the ball back to score. You see that a lot, common strategy in the arena football game. Another big hit. That's a couple of times that Murray has been knocked around Avery all over the place today. So the clock will stop on that incompletion, which is one thing they did get right. Normally the clock would continue to run if we weren't in the 1-minute timing rules here. Even that one up. We have not had a turnover yet. Oh, they're going to call us for pass interference robbery, man. It's messed up.
Hey, calm down. Calm down. Come on.
Wait, we're mad. We're hyped up out there. We didn't like that call at all. All right, so they move up. Still 56 seconds again with the timing rules. And you'll see another strategy, too, with indoor football. People think there's not strategy. Look at this. Touchdown, Nashville. People think there's not really strategy in arena football. There's just mindless. See, here's where the clock keeps rolling, and the clock should stop with the timing rules, but they don't, which is stupid. But we'll just say it's a new rule for this game since they brought the league back. But there is a lot of strategy. It's not just mindless touchdowns. A lot of people think it is mindless touchdowns, but there is a ton of strategy. And here you see them going for the onside kick. And obviously they would like to get the ball back, but the hopes is that we get the ball, and that forces us to score because we have a short field and not much time to run the clock down, meaning they'll get the ball back and can score. So you kind of see how the strategy works here in the indoor game. That's another thing, too. The clock running after a kickoff is not supposed to happen with the 1-minute timing rules. So that's also screwed up in this game, but, whatever. It's the game we got. Boy, and no one's open, and that went incomplete. So, yeah, clock is supposed to stop on kickoffs and not run on kickoffs. And basically, the 1-minute timing rules is like NFL rules. Clock stops on touchdowns, extra points, kickoffs, but for some reason in 2 games, EA didn't know how to program the correct arena football rules. All they had to do was call me up, and I could have helped them program that. That is a incomplete. Boy, that was wide open. Bishop had Derek Lee and missed him. That was a disaster. Man, oh man, that's rough. So, well, the clock's supposed to stop again on an incomplete pass, and they're not calling a timeout. So this could likely be the final play, and it's going to be a touchdown. So there you go. So that didn't work out. So you can see how kind of we get screwed up with the timing rules with that, because that incomplete pass did not stop the clock, and it's supposed to with the 1 minute timing rules. And now we get to the end of the quarter. So there you go. That's kind of how it gets messed up a little bit. It's not right, but to be fair, we just kind of don't run the clock out and just continue to play, because that is one annoyance, as awesome as this game is. Oh my God, I really got to get the kicking down. This is miserable. This kicking is not great. 27-24 Brigade leading the Nashville Cats in a tight one in the return of the Arena Football League. Here's your Nashville Cat Dancers. All right, we will get the ball to begin quarter number 3. Some numbers on the screen. No turnovers, so relatively clean game here. Anderson on the return. He's had some good returns already. Not going to happen there. He gets taken down at the 5. And that is where our Brigade will begin our third quarter.
First and 10. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Back at a full slate. How many teams we got? We got, let's run this play here first. Bishop just barely gets rid of it. Peterson makes the grab. Nate Peterson will get his second touchdown of the game. There we go. We got 5 teams in each conference. One that has 4, so 19 teams in total. Man, the dying days of the Arena Football League. They had 4 teams at one point, which was really sad. I kept watching because I love the league, but man, when it got down to when the teams were folding left and right, and I think we had 6 teams at one point, and then we went down to 5, and then the storm went away, and then we had 4. And then they got back up to 6, and then unfortunately that was it for Arena Football. It was dead, dead, dead. Oh my God. Why can I not get these kicks down? Well, that might at least bring him out to the 5. All right. Definitely got to practice the kicks. It's a different animal. It did get him to the 5, so that's good at least. We will take that. Okay. Here we go. Nashville. Tipped. Caught by Hines. He didn't know where he was going. He juked right into the defender there. Or else he probably could have gotten the score. Coach is right on the field. I do love that about the indoor game, man. Coaches are right on the field. You can knock them over in this game, too. It's kind of fun. 10-point lead for our Brigade. And Brigade didn't really have a long, legendary AFL career. They were one of the newer expansion teams in the mid-2000s, lasted a couple of years, and then became the Command, and didn't really have any, historic moments. Nashville, on the other hand, they went to 2 Arena Bowls. I want to say they went to 1 against Orlando and then 1 against Grand Rapids. And then they moved and became the Georgia Force, and then later on were brought back by the Tennessee Titans ownership. And that's where we are in this game. So you can see a lot of the powder blue and navy blue as part of that Titans, and of course wearing the Titans helmet with the same helmet stripes and face mask. All right, it is 31-34, so 3-point game. As the scoring is starting to pick up here a little bit. Booting this one away. It is off the netting, caught by Anderson. Anderson breaking a couple tackles and finally brought down. And Walton's going to be called for holding, so that will back us up, unfortunately, which is going to burn us.
What's going on out there? I mean, that was crystal clear.
Look at that, huh? Okay. Whew, excuse me. Marcus Bishop. Bishop takes the snap. He is going to roll out using that scrambling ability and looking for Peterson again. Oh, no, we get called for holding, another penalty. That's going to wipe out a big, deep 45-yard touchdown. Our guys don't like it. They think it's a little home cooking here. Oh, man, that backs us up to the 3-yard line and wipes out a major touchdown. Bishop. We got a lot of room to run. Here comes, see, we can't even really, oh, man, that was almost intercepted. It's alive off the walls there. I want to scramble a little bit, but we can't even, make a run for it. It is very difficult to run in this game, and boy, we're messed up here. We had a 2-score lead, which is big in arena football. It might come crashing down here. We're going to look for Peterson again, and this time it is caught, and touchdown. No flags. No flags. 47-yard touchdown pass. Peterson makes it happen again.
Bring it on. See, I can dance too. I can dance too. Yeah.
All football players.
Peterson going the right way for an MVP award, the way he's playing. Now, that'd be big to get the first win of the year, to do it on the road, to do it against a conference rival too, against Nashville. Play Nashville, Colorado, Chicago, and Grand Rapids twice a year. And it's interesting to play new players too. We had such a run with Matt Nagy and company. We still got Derek Lee, so no Scotty Montgomery out there, 41-31, maintaining this 10-point lead, but no lead in the Arena Football League is ever safe. You guys know the famous Miracle Minute, the Orlando Predators. YouTube it if you don't. But you can see how quickly a lead can evaporate, and there goes Locke, and it's a touchdown. So the scoring, took a bit for the offenses to get going in the first half, but now all of a sudden, defensively, it's looking good.
The extra point attempt is good.
So extra point is good, and we're back to a field goal game. So we got to keep going, because any stop that the Cats get, that's going to give them the ball.
Lined up for the kickoff. Anderson,
And that's going to allow them to either take the lead or tie it up. We're in a unique arena here. There's no back wall, so we can field those off the netting. There's a lot of different. One thing, too, that I'll give respect to the game. I criticize the fact they didn't get the timing rules down. I'll talk about the good they did. I like the coaches being on the field. They got all the stadiums correct, too, where some teams have the curved walls where you can't field kicks off the netting. Some teams have the open wall. That's awesome that they got that down. Peterson again. He makes the grab. Peterson is all over this ball game. Maintaining this 10-point lead, this 2-score game for the Brigade. Martinez boots it through. It is good. And okay, there we go. Oh my God, I really got to concentrate on kicking. I'm so sorry. This kicking is so bad. At least the kicks we're getting out of the end zone, they are only getting to the 5-yard line in recent kicks here. All right, see this defense can get another big stop. How about that hit? Avery, he's made it a nightmare for Murray in this one so far.
Second and 14.
That's big business.
On the 1-yard line.
Can he get in there again? Now they're going to pick up the block. It is tipped and goes incomplete. That was nearly
Incomplete pass.
intercepted. That could have been big. We would have been right there. Then this really been this late in the game, that really would have begun to put this one away for the Brigade here. Safety, no, is able to get it away, and again an animation that is not in Madden 20, which is insane. because that would easily be a sack in Madden 20. In this game, they can actually get rid of the ball. So there you go, deep kick, which Rush has already hit one. Not from this deep, though. This is going to be a 60-yarder. And this one is going to fall way short. And brought out by Anderson. So we get another touchdown here, and it's really going to put Nashville in a bad way. So let's try to punch it in. We're obviously going to be looking towards Peterson, who's been the MVP so far in my mind. This will be the final play of the third as well. Not much out of Derek Lee. Derek Lee well covered. We're going for Peterson again. That one is going to hit. I thought it was going to hit the net. Peterson makes the grab, but it's out of the end zone, so it's incomplete. And that is going to be it for quarter number 3. It's 48-38. Brigade leading the Cats by 10. Brigade football. And the Brigade, an opportunity here. As you see, 7 touchdowns, no picks for Bishop. Playing extremely well. And there goes Bishop on the, oh my god. Oh, they count that as a fumble. Oh man. I'm desperately trying to run the ball and they are not allowing it to happen. Oh. That was a hit after the play, so that's going to give us 15 yards. That's big there. So that helps us out. So it would turn into a disaster now, 1st and 10. Just on the EA Sports logo there. Bishop looking. Peterson. Another touchdown. Nate Peterson. Oh, man. I don't know. Do you give it to Peterson or do you give it to Bishop, who's got 8 touchdown passes and no turnovers? So this should just about do it unless a huge comeback happens by Nashville, which can happen in the Arena Football League. It's a 3-score game, which is pretty tough to come by. Not only with a lot of time left, but with this little time left. Which, again, for this league, this is little time. 4:55. So there we get one right down the middle. That's beautiful. Gonna hit off the net. Roche takes it out to about the 6 or 7. We'll see how the Cats handle this one, see if we can continue to put pressure on them or not. So look at the time. We did the entire draft, and we're only at an hour, which is great. I'm striving to maybe do streams that last a little shorter just for the sake. I think YouTube uploads are clicking on things that have shorter upload times, as evidenced by my WWE 2K22 video that's blown up. That was only 20 minutes because the stream stopped. So, Locke with the catch, and that'll be a Nashville Cats first down. So, but I think going forward, we'll probably do 2 games a stream, because we can usually maybe do it an hour and a half or so and get it in pretty well. Another hit there by Avery, who's knocked them around quite a bit today.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Good pressure from our defense. Avery storming in, another hit. They cannot stop Avery.
3rd and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
3rd down for the Cats. Final chance for them. Avery coming in, getting picked up on the block. Locke makes the catch. So I think if you're in Nashville, go ahead and take the 3. That'll make it. They're not going to take the 3. And say that'll make it a 2-score game. And then you go for the onside kicks at that point. They're going to try to go for it. Avery comes out, so we got Gibson in the game now. He gets picked up, and Murray's going to take off. He gets the 1st down. 1st down, Nashville. And the Cats are still alive.
Gain of 2 on the play. 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
55-38. Gibson storming. Wow, Gibson got hit. Locke gets the feet down, goes over the sideboards. It's a touchdown, Cats. So it's back to a 10-point game. What a catch that was by Locke. He's had some big catches in this one. 55-44. Extra point makes it a 10-point game here in Nashville. And it is good. So they're going to go ahead and take their onside kick now. With 2.5 left. 7-play drive for the Cats. It will get picked up. That was not a good onside kick. Peterson got knocked right into the photographers there. And so now we can play this one of two ways. We can let the clock wind down, don't get the score, or we can try to just keep up on the score. Let's see how we can play it. Or we can let time kind of wind down now, which is advantageous in our situation to go to do that. And I think we try to not get in the end zone on this first throw. Well, everyone's going towards the end zone. Oh, man, Bishop. We were trying to find someone to not score. We ended up losing a bunch of yards, so we got to be smart about this. So under 2 to play here in the fourth. And Nashville goes ahead and burns a timeout early. Thinking there's room to get the ball back. 2nd and goal. You see the timeouts, 2 for the Cats, 3 for the Brigade here. And there's the snap. Good blocking. Looking for Peterson. Touchdown again. Peterson, one-man wrecking crew in Nashville goes ahead and takes their 2nd timeout. They're going to burn through all their timeouts early here, but boy, we got into the 60s here. So you see why I say 5-minute quarters is more than enough time. My goodness. For arena football, that was a terrible kick, but we got it because we got plenty of points in 5-minute quarters. 2 plays, it took a sack, and we got the deep pass out there to Peterson. Or Peterman. Whatever his name is. Nate Peterman. Good kick by Martinez. And Nashville will take over.
They'll take over at the 13-yard line.
Time winding down. 1:30 to play here. In our return of arena football action, Avery, another sack. Is this too unfair? Maybe I should just run straight. I should try to be a little... maybe the game can't handle it. Instead of me trying to switch sides, I should just run straight. It feels like it's been a little unfair. Gets rid of it to Rowe. And Rowe gets knocked forward at the... And John Stevens with the injured hand. Not ideal.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
So we're about to hit the 1-minute timing rules, and it's still a 3-touchdown game for the Nashville Cats. Time starting to wind down on them. And the short dink and dunks by Murray is not going to get things done for Nashville. So that will be the 1-minute warning here. And the final shot, Nashville's got to get real lucky with quick touchdowns and onside kicks if they want to make this thing happen. Almost intercepted. Locke, who has been the Nashville MVP, without a doubt making that grab. And Nate Peterson is indeed going to win your MVP award. Not Nate Peterman, but Peterson. Under a minute left to play here. Boy, Nashville wasting a lot of time. There they go. Murray, you got to go to the end zone. They only got 1 timeout left. Nashville might be waving the proverbial white flag here. Giving up on this one. Because they're going to have to take a timeout if they score. Because the timing rules are broken in this game. And that's going to be their last timeout. And Murray just panics and runs. He gets taken down face first into the boards. Hurry up offense again. Yeah, I don't think there's any way Nashville's getting 3 scores with their 1 timeout left. So you can pretty much put this one in the books. And in fact, they waste their last timeout. So if they score, they're going to have to rush the field goal unit on. And that'll be just about it. Murray gets hit again. He's been beat up all day behind this offensive line. They have not done their job at all, holding things down. Without a doubt, they have not been doing their job well. 18 seconds to play. Avery again gets hit. My goodness, or Murray rather, gets hit. And they are going to go for it here on 4th down, 16 seconds to play. Murray, I'm surprised he's still standing. He's taking a beating back there. He's like Hank Bachmeier getting hit as much as he has. Intercepted by Avery, and that's the ball game. Avery, he could be your defensive MVP with the amount of sacks and then getting that interception. We got to run one play. And here's the thing with arena football, which I do love. You got to get forward progress. There's no taking a knee in arena football. If you don't get forward progress, the clock stops. So we got to run a play. We got to get forward progress. I love that as a rule. Well, there you go. That's going to stop the clock.
Avery on the run. Loss of 2 on
Let's
the
try to
play.
run it with Bishop. Even if we just get 1 yard, that's going to win the game.
7-yard line.
And we have not had successful runs with Bishop yet. And there we go. Look at Bishop. There we go. That's the best run of the day, and that'll seal it for us. We took a chance, man. We had a chance at some Arena Bowl winners, man. We were looking at Durazio, who did in Chicago. We were looking at Graziani.
That's the end of the game.
And we ended up going with Bishop. He was young. He had the stats. He was cheap. We feel like he can get that Arena Bowl for us. There you go, 62-45. We've been promising it for a long time. Arena football is back, and we are coaching up the Kansas City Brigade. Are they still on Twitter? I have to, my tradition on Twitter, if you don't know, I follow the teams that I'm coaching on TV Sports. So if you look at my follows, you'll see that I am following the Utah Utes. I am following the Wichita Wind Surge, the Denver Broncos, Tom Brady, WWE Mike Tyson, Detroit Red Wings, and Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't think I'm missing anything else, am I? Because those are pretty much all my my series. So let's see if the Kansas City Brigade, it would be a dead page, but Kansas City Brigade. Does their Twitter page exist? No. Boy, they weren't even around when Twitter was a thing. Maybe the Command? Kansas City Command? The Kansas City Command. We have the Commanders now in Arena Football. Does not look like it. The Command have a page. Kansas City Command Football. Twitter page. Well, there you go. They do not have Twitter. So can't help you there, but let's see the stats in this one, this debut. Individual, Michael Bishop, 9 touchdowns, no picks, 296. And you have Leon Murray, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick, 263. As far as our guys go, not much in the rushing way, but look at that. Peterson, 8 catches, 8 touchdowns. That's pretty darn perfect. And Lee and Anderson, Brent Anderson, Derek Lee, they didn't do anything, but they didn't need it. It was the Nate Peterson show, without a doubt. Avery, I mean, he was all over the place, getting in there. Peterson, even defensively, he led the way in tackles. And then you had Avery with 2 sacks. It's Iron Man football. He played both ways. So there you go. Let's wrap it up. We'll preview next week and see what we got. We'll look at some scores. And it's 5 minutes before Monday Night Raw begins, so I finished this just in time. Look at me go. Isn't that great? Press start button. Yes. All right, so let me know. Did you guys enjoy it? Arena football is here. It is back. We're going to try to play multiple seasons. We're going to play at the Brigade unless we start doing bad. Then we'll fire ourselves and go somewhere else. So, most likely won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to the Price is Right. The Price is Right live tour is coming to my town. And I'm disappointed because I was promised Mark L. Wahlberg, host of Russian Roulette, was going to be the host, but the host change was made to some guy named Bob something. I think he used to host Wheel of Fortune back in the day. But anyways, going to that tomorrow, so will not be streaming tomorrow. So we got Grand Rapids. In fact, it's our home opener. Now let's take a look at some of the other scores from around the league. As you can see here, that kind of looked like our scores. SaberCats getting the win. Big blowout win for the Philadelphia Soul. That was a high-scoring affair. The Rampage putting up 61, and we put up 62. So high-scoring teams going at it in week number 2. A bit of a low-scoring one there. Destroyers defeating the Force. We have a high-scoring battle between the Rattlers defeating the Predators. That was an Arena Bowl matchup before. Tampa Bay Storm coming up short against the Austin Wranglers. 65-62. That looked like your game of the week right there. The Dragons defeating the Dallas Desperados, who are an RXFL team led by Brett Favre. So week 2, Brigade Rampage. So I think it said we saved, right? Did the saving happen? I just want to make sure. It did. Well, it says we should save it again. Autosave is on, but just to be safe. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching Arena Football. We will be back with more Arena Football in due time. And for now, we'll see you guys later on. Thanks so much for watching.